You ever wake up knowing you gotta perform, but your mind's blank, your energy's low, and you just don't have that let's go get it type of attitude in you today? I don't care how good you are, we've all been there. That alarm goes off in the morning and your brain's like, nah, not today. But here's the thing, when you're in sales, when you live off commissions, not today, it means no paycheck. That's why I built a system, something that doesn't depend on hype, emotion, or caffeine to keep me consistent even when I don't feel like it. And it's what I call earn daily rhythm. And today I'm breaking it all the way down. Let's get real for a second. Motivation is like that customer who swears they're coming back after lunch. You can't depend on it. Now, the real pros, they don't chase motivation, they chase rhythm. See, I used to wait to feel ready before I actually got to move. And those were always the lowest earning months for me. Then one day, I realized I'm not getting paid for how I feel. I'm getting paid for how I move, how I dance. Consistency doesn't come from motivation. It comes from systems that force momentum, even when you're not in the mood. Now, if you want elite results, you need a repeatable system, a repeatable rhythm that makes progress automatic. So whether it's raining outside, whether you're tired, whether the deal just fell through, you still hit the core activities that move the needle. That's what earn is all about. It's not just about money, it's about earning your edge daily, because when motivation disappears, rhythm keeps you dangerous. Okay, now let's break the earn system down. The E, energize your body and mind. First thing in the morning, before you even touch your phone, you gotta activate your state. I take 5 to 10 minutes to either pray, visualize, or read something that reminds me who I am. I don't care if it's scripture, I don't care if it's affirmations or just silence, but I need to center myself before the world starts talking. Then I move to stretching, hydrating, gym, breathing. You can't sell high energy if you feel low battery. Remember, the way you start determines what you attract. Let's move on to the A. Activate income producing activities. By mid-morning, I'm already in motion, making calls, follow-ups, or sending video texts to old prospects. This is the part where most salespeople procrastinate. They organize their desks, they check emails, or wait for the right moment. Nah, the right moment is now. The right moment is now. When motivation is gone, your best move is to get into motion anyway, because action creates emotion. So my rule is, before 11 a.m., I've got at least 3 proactive money moves done, period, point blank. Which brings me to the R, reinforce the win. Here's what most reps skip, celebrating the small victories. If you got an appointment, if you handled a tough customer, if you just made it through a brutal morning without quitting, acknowledge that. You can't expect your brain to chase progress if you have never given it proof it's working. So log your wins. I log mine. It could be as simple as had 3 test drives, check. Called the customer back, check. Stayed patient with a tough customer. Check, 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 check. Reinforcement builds momentum. You're literally programming your brain to crave the work that produces results. Now we're on to the end. Nurture your relationships. And this one right here is a long game. Every evening before I shut it down, I reach out to 3 people. Not to sell, just to connect. Could be a customer, a coworker, a mentor, even a family member. Because consistency isn't just about what you do, it's about who stays in your orbit while you're doing it. And if you want to stay motivated, stay surrounded by people who move. I got to give you a real example. A few months ago, I had one of those days, back-to-back cancellations, tired, dealership politics, all of it. By noon, I was done. But I looked down at my notes. What did I see? Earn, E-A-R-N. And I said, all right, AG, you don't need to feel good. You just need to move through the rhythm. So I did. I did my 3 reach outs anyway. Guess what? One of them led to a deal the next day. Not because I was motivated, but because I was consistent. That's the hidden truth about success. You don't find momentum. you create it. Now, when you live by a rhythm, you stop letting your feelings make your financial decisions. You stop negotiating your goals. Now, motivations might get you started. Yeah. But systems is what gets you paid. That's why I call it the earned rhythm, because every day you either earn your excuses or your evolution. And the choice is always yours. Okay, so here's my challenge for you. For the next 7 days, run the earned rhythm, no matter how you feel. Energize, activate, reinforce, nurture. Run it 7 days. And if you stick with it, I promise you, motivation won't be something you chase. It'll be something you build. So the next video, I'm breaking down how I built the 60-day elite routine, the same structure I use to balance work, family, and content creation without burning out. Now, so if this one hits you, drop earn in the comments, subscribe, and let's keep growing together, man. All right, that earn is powerful because average reps wait and elite reps, they create. Be elite.